I believe.
76-400.
Immediately after the last helicopter had taken off with our firefighters to University Hospital, my concern was that we notify the family members that had not been notified that they needed to go on and go to University Hospital and check on their loved ones. My second concern was that I, as the fire chief, needed to get to U of L and check on my people. We had Assistant Chief Mike Curl at the time. He was on the scene, and he was taking care of the equipment recovery aspect of the operation as far as figuring out what we could and could not salvage off of the engine. The state police were on the scene and were conducting their investigation, as well as the city police. We had, at that point in time, a need to get some form of order established in case we had another run as well. So those were some of the top priorities that that I was thinking about immediately after the last patient, or our last firefighter, was airlifted to U of L.
Once we got the crew extricated and I came out, I had a series of emotions going through. One, I was really concerned about our firefighters. That was my number one. Two, just thanking God that everybody is reasonably okay. Then when I was trying to help get the vehicle in the scene area picked up, that's when I fell out from heat exhaustion.
Once the crews were finally extricated and out of the truck, the first thing that I did, of course, I went over and I held everybody's hand, but Teresa, the driver that was got off, they finally had her on board, and I was finally getting to watch her being intubated. I mean, it was something that I knew that had to be done, but of course couldn't because it was so loud inside, but she was finally getting the care that she needed. And after they flew out, it was just kind of an exhaustion that came over you. But there was one firefighter that was in there with me helping, and he just got overwhelmed and overheated, and we ended up having to get him transported to the hospital too. But to see those 5 helicopters lined up on the bypass, something I've never seen in 9 years of EMS, was truly amazing. And we made sure they were all taken care of.
Once the crews were extricated from the truck, all of the adrenaline that I was running on was gone. I no longer had a job to stay focused on. And I can remember sitting on the ground thinking, you know, did I do my job right? Are they going to be okay? And I mean, it was really a helpless feeling. And I saw the chief of police and the sheriff standing there, and I went up to him and I said, can you take us to the hospital so we can see how they're doing? And the sheriff gave myself and a couple other firefighters that had family members a ride to the hospital, and he got us there quick.
That's what we're leading now.
I knew that 4 of the 5 of the people had left the scene conscious and talking, so I was pretty optimistic that their injuries were going to be less than life-threatening. We did have one firefighter, Teresa Day, who had left the scene unconscious and had been intubated by one of the air medical crews. I was concerned for Teresa because she had not been responsive verbally when she was removed from the vehicle, and I was seriously concerned for her for a possible head injury and other things going on. So
403.
Be advised the 5th aircraft is on the ground.
Thank you, 403.
Command all units, please report to the Muldrow fire engine. Please report to the Muldrow fire engine at this time.
That evening at University Hospital, I was asked if I'd like to address the media concerning the accident. We started out the interview with the information that we knew that all of the firefighters were alive. They had varying degrees of injury. We also wanted to tell the story as factually as we could. We understand that the news media has a job to do. We had considered giving no report at the time, and that kind of leads us down the pathway. If we're not going to say something, then the media is going to create the story. So we felt it was in our best interest to be forthcoming and forthright with the media, with the information that we had. Just always be careful. When the helicopter lands, make sure they turn the cameras off, because they caught me in a rather embarrassing moment. And I did not realize that we were live on all three networks at the time. So just be careful of what you say, and comments about checking your hair probably need to be left for later. But the reality of it is the news media has got a job to do. If we're forthright and honest with them, they're in most cases not going to try to, make us look bad. My thoughts in dealing with the media is, let's be honest, let's tell them what we know. The information that we had that night was very limited, because the state police had not concluded their accident report. The police officers were still, when I left the scene to go to U of L, we're still actively investigating the scene. So we really didn't have a whole lot of stuff to tell them at the time. The following day, on Tuesday, we did have a press conference here at the fire station. We tried again to provide the information that we knew up front. We told them the condition of our people. We told them the cause as best we could determine of the accident, and that the state police had, at that point in time, not released to us the findings of their accident. The long-term press coverage, I think, was very positive, both from a local news media and from the Louisville news media. And the advice that I would give you is to have someone who can articulate the position of the fire district or your fire department. Make sure that you've got one person making statements, and avoid being dishonest with them. Even if you look bad, even if something wrong or something negative has happened, the way that you present that can create a positive image for your organization.
Can you return? We have another family member that wants to ride with you.
1630, 933, I'll be around back.
Take your turn.
403, County.
403, go ahead.
County, be advised, last aircraft is departed with one patient.
Go ahead.
All aircraft to California LV is open.
At 1932.
When I saw the pictures and videos of the accident scene, I realized just how lucky I was to be alive and to have the rest of my crew members alive with me.
After I got released from the hospital for the heat exhaustion, I came back to the station, and I was asking how everybody was doing and so forth. I pretty much broke down at that point. That's where I did my biggest breakdown. I broke down about 2 or 3 times on the way to the hospital and there at the hospital, but that's where I think my healing process started.
The healing process was a long, timely, not only emotionally, but physically. I had a lot of problems I had to deal with emotionally. The nightmares, emotionally I was up and down. Physically, I had a lot of healing to deal with.
My healing process to recover from the wreck was that I took about a week off. I come back to training, had a close captain firefighter that I had a lot of trust in, and I had him take me for a couple of rides in the engine to the accident scene and around the accident scene. And then I just slowly started attending trainings again to get back into the groove of everything.